A very good evening. You're watching Blueprint, Explosive Exclusive. I'm Kritsween Walia. And our focus this evening, viewers, it's very worrying when on a daily basis hate calls are being made. Attempts being made to incite and to provoke. It's yet another day today with yet another hate tape surfacing where yet another Chishti is involved. It has now almost become a daily affair when it comes to provocative statements tumbling out of Ajmer. That's our focus this evening. Today, even as the whole country, viewers, watches the irony behind Sarwar Chishti putting up the facade of being a peacenik after issuing series of provocatory statements, Times Now gets you yet another video. This one of his son from the 23rd of June, deriding Hindu faith, mocking Hindu gods and goddesses, making one offensive statement after the other, capable of further fueling discord, even as his father proclaims he stands for harmony.
नुपुर शर्मा हिंदू हैं, तो मैं उनसे एक सवाल करना चाहता हूं नुपुर शर्मा से कि 333 करोड़ खुदाओं का एग्जिस्टेंस फिर कैसे माना जाएगा? ये कैसे लॉजिकल है? एक खुदा का तो समझ में आता है जिस पे पूरी इंसानियत का इजमा है, हम कलेक्टिवली तमाम इंसान चाहे वो किसी भी रिलीजन के हो, एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ गॉड पे जो एब्सोल्युटली वन है, वाहिद है, अहद है, उस पे हमारा यकीन है। इंटरप्रिटेशन अलग अलग हैं लोगों के, लेकिन 333 करोड़ खुदा, 333 मिलियन गॉड्स, अ होलसेल ऑफ गॉड्स, उसको कैसे माना जाएगा? और मैं सोचता हूं अगर इंसान को 1000 साल की भी जिंदगी मिले तब भी वो 333 करोड़ खुदाओं को राजी नहीं कर सकता, नॉट इन अ लीस्ट बिट। दूसरी बात, नुपुर शर्मा से फिर मैं पूछूंगा, अकॉर्डिंग टू हिंदू माइथोलॉजी विष्णु जी के 10 अवतार हैं, 10 अवतार, उनमें से कुछ इंसान जैसे कहते हैं कि ये इनकारनेशन है, उनमें से कुछ इनकारनेशन इंसानों वाले हैं, उनमें से कुछ इनकारनेशन जानवरों वाले हैं, और कुछ इनकारनेशन ऐसे हैं जो आधे इंसान और आधे जानवर हैं। तो प्लीज नुपुर शर्मा मुझे बताएं कि ये 10 अवतार, ये क्या लॉजिकल है, ये प्रैक्टिकल है कि एक भगवान, आप कह रहे हो से भगवान है, वो 10 अवतार में आता है, जानवर के अलग रूप में, इंसानों के अलग रूप में, और फिर एक फ्यूजन के रूप में। फिर तीसरा, हनुमान जी, उनका वजूद, उनका एग्जिस्टेंस कैसे साबित करेंगे आप? श्री गणेश जी, उनका एग्जिस्टेंस कैसे साबित करेंगे आप? एग्जिस्टेंस से मेरी मुराद आप समझ जाएं कि वो पूरी तरीके से तो इंसान नहीं थे ना, आप खुद मानते हो आपके भगवान हैं, तो श्री गणेश हो या हनुमान जी हो, do they really do these things sound logical? नहीं.
Blatantly outrageous statements that could severely and adversely dent already frayed communal feelings, being made by the son of a man who now poses as proponent of peace. Hear what Sarwar Chishti said as he attended a Sadbhavna rally organized in Ajmer yesterday.
हार्मनी मजहब अमानगी की जगह है, गंगा जमनी तहजीब की जगह है, जो जिन्होंने गलत नारे लगाए उनकी मजम्मत करते हैं, ठीक है ना। लेकिन एक चीज ये भी है, प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की उनके लाडले की दरगाह हज़रत ख्वाजा मोहम्मद चिश्ती की। अब हम चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान में अमन कायम रहे, दोनों तरफ के लोग प्यार मोहब्बत से रहे, जिससे पीपुल को एडजस्टमेंट करें। बस भैया बस।
Well, Adil, for that matter, is just the latest addition in the long list of Chistis who have now been exposed as provocators of Ajmer, bound by family ties and their shared track record of spreading fear. Another thread that binds them is they are all beyond any legal reproach. Despite repeated offences, they've come out with these statements not once but multiple times, which brings us to the obvious question. Why is it that they have been let free? Why is it that Congress government in the state is giving a long rope to these hate mongers, to these threat mongers? That's the big question, and that's why we're going to be taking this up with our panel this evening. But before that, quickly, that reaction coming in.
Now, if someone is saying a provocative statement, is inciting others to violence, and we've had the unfortunate murder of Kanhaiya Lal, it is the bounden duty of the police of the state and the administration of the Chief Minister to ensure that justice is done and anyone who's involved in it, no matter who that person is. Action should be taken on that person. The police should not look the other way, should not guide him to escape rule of law.
Well, that's the question the BJP is asking. Why is it that the police is looking the other way? Let me go across to Bhavar, my colleague, who's been tracking each and every development from on ground. Now, Bhavar, 23 को आदिल ने ये बयान दिया, मल्टीपल बयान दिए, हमने दर्शकों के लिए चलाए सारे। 26 को उनके पिता सरवर चिश्ती ने भी ऐसी बातें की, नफरत भरी बातें की, जिसके लिए अभी तक वो खुला घूम रहे हैं। कल पीस मार्च में, सद्भावना मार्च में फूल पत्ते बरसाए जा रहे थे, बट कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया गया अभी तक।
देखिए, एक्शन की जहां तक बात है, पुलिस से जब हमने बात की तो पुलिस ने कहा था कि एक्शन के लिए उनके पास कोई परिवाद नहीं आया है, वो शिकायत का इंतजार कर रहे हैं। ये वही पुलिस है जो शिकायत का इंतजार कर रही है, जिसको कन्हैयालाल ने शिकायत दी थी कि मुझे जान से मारने का खतरा है, लेकिन उस शिकायत पर कोई काम नहीं हुआ और अंजाम ये हुआ कि कन्हैयालाल की हत्या कर दी गई। अब शिकायत का बहाना लेकर पुलिस अगर बैठी रहती है, शिकायत देने पर हत्या हो जाती है, तो फिर ऐसी पुलिस का क्या किया जाए? नंबर 1। नंबर 2, जिस तरीके से सरवर चिश्ती कह रहे हैं कि गंगा जमुनी तहजीब का आलम रहना चाहिए और ये हमारी तहजीब है, बहुत अच्छी बात है। उनके मुंह से इस तरह की बातें निकल रही हैं, वो जो हमेशा जहर उगलने की बात करते हैं, कभी वो हिंदुस्तान को हिलाने की बात करते हैं, कभी उन्हें प्रधानमंत्री, गृह मंत्री के संवैधानिक पदों में विश्वास नहीं होता है, कभी वो पीएफआई की तारीफ करते हुए नहीं थकते, पीएफआई के मंचों पर उनकी मौजूदगी रहती है और तहजीब की बात कर रहे हैं, गंगा जमुनी तहजीब की बात कर रहे हैं। तो आप बताइए, अगर उनके बेटे थोड़ी तहजीब अगर उन्हें होती तो शायद वो किसी धर्म पर इस तरह के सवाल खड़े नहीं करते। एक महिला विशेष अगर इस तरह के सवाल खड़े करती है तो आप किसी दूसरे व्यक्ति का गला काट देने की बात करते हैं और काट देते हैं। लेकिन आप देखिए कि जो व्यक्ति तहजीब की बात कर रहा है, गंगा जमुनी तहजीब की बात कर रहा है, उसी के परिवार का सदस्य गौहर चिश्ती सर कलम करने की बात करता है, सर तन से जुदा करने की बात करता है। उनका बेटा आदिल वो कहता है कि हिंदुओं के जो देवता हैं उन पर सवाल उठाने की कोशिश करता है। पहले अपनी नॉलेज जो है उसको भी ठीक करना चाहिए। 33 करोड़ देवी देवताओं का जिक्र जरूर होता है, लेकिन 333 करोड़ की संख्या वो कहां से लाए हैं, ये तो शायद उन्हें जानकारी का अभाव है।
सर तन से जुदा कॉल that you're talking about was made at the very steps of Ajmer Dargah, which many members of the Dargah community have now condemned strongly, and yet no action has been taken officially by the ruling government of the day there. Let me quickly play out once again what Aadil Chishti, son of Sarwar Chishti, has said, because just 3 days before, Sarwar Chisti said that, you know, do not compel us to become rulers once again. Our movement will shake the entire nation. His son went on to ridicule the Hindu gods. Listen it.
नुपुर शर्मा हिंदू हैं, तो मैं उनसे एक सवाल करना चाहता हूं नुपुर शर्मा से कि 333 करोड़ खुदाओं का एग्जिस्टेंस फिर कैसे माना जाएगा? ये कैसे लॉजिकल है? एक खुदा का तो समझ में आता है जिस पे पूरी इंसानियत का इजमा है, हम कलेक्टिवली तमाम इंसान चाहे वो किसी भी रिलीजन के हो, एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ गॉड पे जो एब्सोल्युटली वन है, वाहिद है, अहद है, उस पे हमारा यकीन है। इंटरप्रिटेशन अलग अलग हैं लोगों के, लेकिन 333 करोड़ खुदा, 333 मिलियन गॉड्स, अ होलसेल ऑफ गॉड्स, उसको कैसे माना जाएगा? और मैं सोचता हूं अगर इंसान को 1000 साल की भी जिंदगी मिले तब भी वो 333 करोड़ खुदाओं को राजी नहीं कर सकता, नॉट इन अ लीस्ट बिट। दूसरी बात नुपुर शर्मा से फिर मैं पूछूंगा, अकॉर्डिंग टू हिंदू माइथोलॉजी विष्णु जी के 10 अवतार हैं, 10 अवतार, उनमें से कुछ इंसान जैसे कहते हैं कि ये इनकारनेशन है, उनमें से कुछ इनकारनेशन इंसानों वाले हैं, उनमें से कुछ इनकारनेशन जानवरों वाले हैं, और कुछ इनकारनेशन ऐसे हैं जो आधे इंसान और आधे जानवर हैं। तो प्लीज नुपुर शर्मा मुझे बताएं कि ये 10 अवतार ये क्या लॉजिकल है, ये प्रैक्टिकल है कि एक भगवान आप कह रहे हो उसे भगवान है, वो 10 अवतार में आता है, जानवर के अलग रूप में, इंसानों के अलग रूप में, और फिर एक फ्यूजन के रूप में। फिर तीसरा, हनुमान जी, उनका वजूद, उनका एग्जिस्टेंस कैसे साबित करेंगे आप? श्री गणेश जी, उनका एग्जिस्टेंस कैसे साबित करेंगे आप? एग्जिस्टेंस से मेरी मुराद आप समझ जाएं कि वो पूरी तरीके से तो इंसान नहीं थे ना, आप खुद मानती हो आपके भगवान हैं, तो श्री गणेश हो या हनुमान जी हो, डू दे रियली डू Do these things sound logical? Nahin.
Let's take this to our guest joining us this evening. We have Binay Singh, political analyst, with us. Also Divya Kumar Soti, who's a security analyst. Joining us on this broadcast is also Dr. DK Giri, a political analyst, and Dushan Nagar, a political analyst, with us this evening on this very, very special explosive story. Now, if I could begin with you, Dr. DK Giri. You know, it goes without saying that an attempt was made on a repeated basis to spread hate, to provoke, to incite. There are multiple Chistis who were involved and who were part of this trend in Ajmer. Sarwar Chishti is behind the bars. No one else has been caught. There were calls given to boycott Hindu shops in the Ajmer Dargah area. Sar Tan Se Juda slogans were chanted. Calls given to rake up a movement which will shake the India. Desh hila denge bola gaya tha. Nothing has been done. No action whatsoever. Sarwar Chishti has not even been booked, and his son has also now come out. These videos have, you know, come out wherein he's once again ridiculing Hindu gods.
Yes, I have two reactions to this. One is that we should refuse to be excited by the stupid statements that have been made. You see, this guy is absolutely unaware of what he is talking, and he is a buffhead, and we should not take any serious note of that. As mature and as seasoned people, we are very secure in our religion. The second is why police is not doing anything. Your reporter themselves said that police has a procedure, they are waiting for complaints. You know, the police has to do it, they are trained, it's a good force everywhere, police force, they will do their job. You know, they will have to take cognizance of these things and give them time. So we cannot provoke police to take action against one and not against another. So the police will do its job. But third reaction would be that in public discourse, I think this kind of religious comments and interpretations should be banned by the government. You know, people who are not aware of other religions, they should not make these comments. As you say, they cause communal strife, they cause violence. So as a secular country, religion should be completely ruled out from public discourse. I will appeal to the government through your channel, they should come out with a law to ban any religious discussion in public life.
That's your appeal to the government, sir. But why is the Congress government in the state not doing anything about these hate mongers? I'd like to bring in Dushan Nagar into the conversation. Mr. Nagar, why has no action been taken? Adil Chishti, we played out 3 reactions of his, right? Clearly ridiculing Hindu gods.
Congress government or any government, madam, you are politicizing.
राजस्थान की सरकार ने समय रहते हुए सख्त कार्रवाई इस प्रकार की घृणा और नफरत फैलाने वाले और धार्मिक विद्वेष फैलाने वाले लोगों की तरफ से पूर्व में लिया है। और आप निश्चिंत रहिए, आने वाले कुछ घंटों में इनके ऊपर सख्त कार्रवाई होगी।
पर कितने घंटे लगेंगे सर?
सरकार का
23 जून का बयान है।
ऐसा है, देखिए,
पिछले चंद घंटों में नहीं बोला गया ये।
अभी प्रकाश में अब आया है, अब प्रकाश में आया है, जानकारी में आया है।
सरवर चिश्ती का तो प्रकाश में अब नहीं आया ना सर? चलिए, आप कह रहे हैं आदिल चिश्ती का पता नहीं था हमें, अब हमने चलाया, देखते कितने टाइम में एक्शन लिया जाएगा। सरवर चिश्ती का बयान तो हम बहुत दिनों से चला रहे हैं।
देखिए, धार्मिक
कल तो वो खुले में सद्भावना रैली के दौरान दिख रहे थे और अब वो बोल रहे हैं कि नहीं, आई कंडेम दिस।
नहीं, तो उन्होंने कंडेम किया है तो ये तो कोई बुरी बात नहीं है। समाज में सद्भावना के लिए काम करना ये तो अच्छी बात है। समाज में एकता के लिए काम करना, सभी धर्मों को
बिल्कुल अच्छी बात है, पर जो पहले इतने एक बयान ही था ना सर नागर साहब, एक बयान ही था, देश को हिलाने की बात की गई थी।
चाहे वो किसी भी
बोला गया था कि एनीवन हु सपोर्टिंग नुपुर शर्मा will not be allowed. It enrages us.
चाहता है, सांप्रदायिकता फैलाना चाहता है, तो विधि सम्मत कार्रवाई उसके ऊपर होगी।
It's not just one provocative statement that was made by him. Let me quickly bring in Mr. Binay Singh into the conversation. Mr. Binay Singh, is this justified? You know, it's not just one hate message that was sent out, not one provocative message that was sent out, not one insightful comment that was made. There are multiple comments and remarks that have been made in public domain and nothing has been done about it so far.
In the recent debates and in the recent state of things, you know, religion has become a mess. So everybody is coming and commenting on religion. What I feel as a layman, non-religiously what I feel about religion is that religion is a code of conduct of human beings, of your behavior, and it doesn't limit your responsibility to just to other human beings, but it extends your responsibility to the earth, to the air, to the water, and the other living creatures. This is religion. This is a code of conduct.
Correct.
And if once it becomes exclusive rather being inclusive, what these Chisti's father and son are doing, so it becomes criminal. So religion must be inclusive. It should have the capacity to include everyone. Once it becomes exclusive, it is finished. It ceases to be a religion. And nobody has the right to get offended if I worship Khuda or if I worship Bhagwan, if I worship one God, if I worship crores of God. Nobody has the right to get pissed up and the right to get offended. And let me be a bit religious. So this Chishti's son, he told that, you know...
And I agree. We should all be sensitive towards everyone's religion, and that's the precise point that we're trying to make here, isn't it? Divya Kumar Soti, if you know, you'd like to come in on this, because Aadil Chishti, in clear words, and if any of our panelists wants, we can play out the reaction once again, but he has said ki kitne khudao ko razi karoge. I mean, this is no way to talk about any religion. It's not about Hindu faith or some other faith. Why are these kind of comments being made in the first place and being allowed to be made the next time as well, because no action is being taken?
Because insulting the faith of other people is essential practice of some religions. I don't want to name them because that will start another controversy. So this needs to be understood. We need to stop living in an ideal world. There are religions on this planet where it is essential to insult the faith of other people. It is written in their holy book. Now coming to the issue of Sarwar Chishti playing a peacenik now. See, I want to present a security angle of this. See, now it is out in media that the people who beheaded Kanhaiya Lal, Ghaus Muhammad and Riyaz Ansari to go to Ajmer Dargah and shoot another video and release it from the Dargah premises. That was their plan. Secondly, it is also out in the media that Sarwar Chishti was holding Popular Front of India meetings inside the Dargah premises. He was facilitating them. Now try to understand, this Popular Front of India is the same organization whose activists chopped off the hand of a Professor T.M. Joseph in Kerala for what they alleged to be a blasphemous question paper. Now you connect the dots. Someone beheads a person in Udaipur, he wants to come to Ajmer Dargah to meet Sarwar Chishti, and Sarwar Chishti has links with an organization whose activists have been convicted for chopping off hand of a professor in Kerala. So now all this is out in open.
There is more to the kind of links that Sarwar Chishti has. He has a clear PFI link. There's a clear PFI link that is in place. In fact, we have reactions of the police on record saying that those links are being probed into. Not just that, there are members of the Dargah who have admitted to the fact that an attempt is being made by the PFI to infiltrate the Dargah. So there is a clear PFI role here as well that needs to be looked at. Now, Dushyant Nagar, if I could bring you into the conversation once again, it is very clear the kind of comments that have been made by all of these people. Talk about Aadil Chishti, talk about Sarwar Chishti, talk about Govt Chishti. Now, the comments that have been made by Aadil Chishti, there is no justifying that this was a derogatory remark and, you know, faith was questioned, and that's the point that we're trying to make. Be it Hindu religion, be it Muslim religion, why are we even making these kind of insensitive remarks on any religion for that matter? And if we are, then action must be taken. You have the Gehlot Sarkar that is questioning the NI probe in the Kanhaiya Lal murder case, but they will not take any action here.
देखिए एएनआई जांच कर रही है और जो भी बताया है पैनलिस्ट साहब ने ऊपर कि वहां पे इस प्रकार की गतिविधियां होती हैं पीएफआई के और कौन कौन से लिंक इन्होंने बताए, तो वो एएनआई जांच कर रही है, उसमें सामने आ जाएगा। तो इसमें तो कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। अगर कोई भी राष्ट्र के लिए, समाज के लिए किसी भी तरह का
नहीं, पर सवाल ये कि गहलोत सरकार, यहाँ पे गहलोत सरकार इंचार्ज है ना, पुलिस उनकी पुलिस है ना, काम क्यों नहीं कर रही है? कोई एक्शन नहीं, केस तक नहीं जारी किया गया सर। सरवर चिश्ती की बारे में बात की जाए तो इज नॉट इवन बिन बुक्ड।
उसमें
डॉक्टर डीके गिरी,
लोगों को गिरफ्तार किया गया, आरोपियों को गिरफ्तार किया गया, पकड़ा गया,
that a probe is underway, and now that the videos have come out, you know, they will be looked at, because these videos have been coming out since quite some time. Dr. Giri.
Yes, you see, this is, as I said, is a question of law and question of perception. You see, we have to have a law to, you yourself said, to prevent such irresponsible, meaningless comments on other religions.
Sir, we will get to the law, but why has the case not been filed?
And incite violence.
Why has the case not been filed? It's been so many days.
So we cannot party politicize it. You are after Gehlout, but it is happening all over the country. Madam, it is happening all over the country. Somebody might ask why Nupur Sharma got arrested. So let's not go into that.
You know, there are multiple characters who are under scanner here, and multiple videos that have come out in public domain that are doing the rounds on social media.
Madam, you are a reputed channel, a leading channel. Talk of a principle and talk of a policy. Don't sing, nitpicking. Oh, Gehlout Sarkar kyun nahi kar rahi, Mamata Banerjee kyun nahi kar rahi. It is a question of policy that the whole country should adopt. I am telling you that unless we do that, these kinds of problems should take place. You know, a lot of people are not arrested, but FIRs have been filed, and the police will do it.
What does it take to simply file a case in this particular situation? Somebody who's made provocative statements repeatedly, how difficult is it to just go ahead with just filing a case? That's all it takes.
No, making a comment is provocative or not.
We should prevent it. We should prevent
that
it, not counter
you are
it.
making.
I am talking of
it
prevention.
Has a scientific temper or not.
Is better than
or
cure.
It is religiously
Have
convinced.
a policy.
Or it is fanatically convinced. So just give me an example. So he just talked about the avatars of Vishnu. So let me tell you that the modern science, it itself says that the life gradually arose from the same inorganic molecule. And you must know, just a minute, Mr. Giri, you must know that the first life which came into existence was aqua. So the first Vishnu avatar was Matsya avatar. Then it became Kurma, means aqua and terrestrial both. That was tortoise avatar. And the third was Vara. So that became animal. And the fourth was Narsingh. So you must know that before Homo sapiens, there were so many, varieties of human beings. Homo erectus was one of there. So it looked like half animal, half human being. And then it was Vaman. The people were short-heighted then. And then Parsuram Ram, and then proper Homo sapiens.
Dr. DK Giri,
just I want to say that if you are analyzing a religion, any religion, not just Hinduism, if you are analyzing it with a scientific temper, not with a religious or fundamentalist bias, then it's welcome. You must address all the religions, or you must, analyze all the religions with a scientific temper. Why just Hindutva? You must have a scientific temper or a scientific point of view when it comes to all the religions.
And then you must be open to that kind of analysis for another religion as well. It should not just be restricted to one faith, one religion. Dr. DK Giri, the point is simple. There are two aspects to this. One is, of course, whether or not, that's my first question to you, whether or not you condemn what Aadil Chishti has said, the kind of remarks he's made, how he's mocked Hindu faith, do you condemn it? And the second is, of course, as to why action has not been taken. This remark was made back in June, 23rd of June is when this happened. I'm going to have to quickly dip into a short breaking news update, and then I'll come back to you. Stay on with us. We have big news coming in from Udaipur. The Udaipur police has arrested 2 accused in the provocative demonstration. Apart from belated action on death calls that has now been taken. That's big breaking news update coming in. 2 people have been held for giving Sar Tan Se Juda calls. Let me go across to Bhavar, who's joining us with more details. Bhavar, और जानकारी दीजिए.
उदयपुर में जिस तरह से सरतन से जुदा का जो भड़काऊ प्रदर्शन हुआ था, उस प्रदर्शन को लेकर पुलिस ने 2 आरोपियों को गिरफ्तार किया है। एचएस गुलाम दस्तगीर और हाफिज कादरी, ये 2 लोग बताए गए हैं। 20 जून को उदयपुर के जिला कलेक्टर जो कार्यालय है उसके बाहर इन लोगों ने ये प्रदर्शन किया था, इसमें नारे लगाए थे। 2 लोग चिन्हित किए गए हैं, उन लोगों को गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया है। इस मामले में अन्य आरोपियों की गिरफ्तारी की संभावना पुलिस बता रही है कि जल्द और भी आरोपियों को गिरफ्तार किया जाए, क्योंकि वीडियोग्राफी के हिसाब से उन सबको चिन्हित करने का प्रयास जो है वो पुलिस कर रही है। सेशन न्यायालय उदयपुर में आज उनको पेश किया गया था और पीसी रिमांड पर फिलहाल उन्हें ले लिया गया है। इस मामले में हजारों की तादाद में जो भीड़ थी वो जुट गई थी। आयोजक प्रायोजक जो थे इसमें उसकी गहनता से जांच पुलिस कर रही है। भोपालपुरा थाने में भड़काऊ प्रदर्शन को लेकर यह मामला दर्ज हुआ था।
All right. Thank you, Bhavar, for joining us with those details. Well, some action is being taken in Udaipur. 2 people have been held for giving those death calls, Sar Tan Se Juda calls. I'll have to leave it at that. Guess I'm running out of time, but thank you so much for sharing all those details with us and that getting us that perspective. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. DK Giri, Divya Kumar Soti, Binay Singh and Dushan Nagar. Leaving it at that, slipping into a very short break. Be right back.